how mentorship student was able to get to about $8,000 per month. He added about $6,000 per month to his monthly recurring revenue in about over the last 14 days. So I just kind of want to share that and do some of the different principles that we've learned along the ways. Next thing is you have to do what's called C, clarify, right? You have to clarify what is the real problem. Oftentimes it's you repeat whatever they say, and then you ask them a question. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Okay, and now they're going to tell you about what is the real problem. Your job here is to listen to them. Okay, listen. It's not about what you say in the close. It's about what you hear and what you interpret, right? So we're listening to what is the real issue? What is a real thing that's stopping them from moving forward and working with you? Once we understand that, now we can start moving forward. But before we move forward, we handle what's called the objection. The objection is like the I need to think about it. It's a very specific statement that causes someone not to move. Before we handle and we deal with that, you need to make sure that the thing they just said and that they just clarified is not the only thing stopping the sale. That's where the I comes in the DCI framework. That stands for isolate. Okay? What you need to ask there is this thing, outside of you needing to think about it because you just ordered this new $1 million machine and your cash flow is a little bit lower than what you anticipated. Other than that, is that the only thing stopping us from moving forward? Or outside of the fact that you say that, this is a little bit more expensive than, your last CPA, is there anything else that's stopping us from getting started today? Generally, if the person says yes, you need to hear exactly, if someone says yes, then you can move forward, you can handle the objection. If the person says no, you need to find out what is that additional thing that's actually holding them back. Then once you find out that additional thing, then you ask that question again. So outside of A, and outside of B, is those the only two things that are stopping us from being able to get started today. Then the person's either going to say yes or they're going to say no. If they say yes, you can then go and handle those objections. If they say no, you need to loop back around and ask and go find out what's the third thing. And once you have those three things, you need to ask it again. Is that the only three things that are stopping us from moving forward? And if you start noticing that it's like 4 or 5 different things and they start all dancing around or changing, or they're not really telling, like you can kind of tell after about 5 different objections, there's generally something that's going on. So in that scenario, what you need to ask is, hey, earlier you said that this thing was happening, this is why we got on the call, this is what you want, this is what your ideal situation is. But now, when we talk about the price, we talk about XYZ thing, first you said you had to go talk to your dog. Then you said you had to go buy a boat for your personal life tomorrow. Then you're going on vacation. You won't be back for another 6 months. Then, you're getting married, so you're never going to talk to me again. Like, those are 4 things that they're not really lining up with what you said earlier. Can you just from me, just tell me exactly like what's really going on? And the person is generally going to break down like what the truth is, right? Because in the close, the biggest part about the close and why most people struggle with closing is called truth. Okay. It's really truth and having an honest and open conversation, right? So if that's you, I'll see you on the call. If it's not you right now, that's okay too. We have more YouTube videos and just more stuff on our channel to help you grow until you are ready. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you inside of the next video. Take it easy.